Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Tuesday, 7th of January 2025. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. The question which we want to ask today is, are Indian market pricey? Now, price is in the eye of the beholder, as they say, value is in the eye of the beholder, or beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So, what is beautiful for somebody is not so for somebody else. What is pricey for somebody else is not pricey for the person who is actually participating in the market. Now, if you look at one of the important ratios in the stock market which people use to value, it is the price earning ratio. And if you look at Nifty price earning ratio to wonder whether it is overpriced, underpriced, overvalued, undervalued, then you look at history. And history, as far as PE ratios are concerned, I would like to look at only last 5 years because they changed the concept of PE ratio itself from April of 2021. So if you look at a 5 year PE ratio, we are above the average PE ratio in the last 5 years. So to that extent, we are pricey. If you look at 2 year price earning ratio, we are below that. If you look at say 1 month price earning ratio, we are higher because obviously the market has gone up in the interim. So if you really consider the 5 year PE ratio, we are definitely overpriced vis-a-vis what the average PE ratio was. Now, average PE ratio was maybe around 21 and odd. Now we are at 22.7. Now, the lowest PE which we saw in the last 5 years are about 18 to 19. And the highest we saw was around 28. So we are actually closer to the lowest PE ratio in the last 5 years and than the highest PE ratio, which is 28. So now the question is, can we still participate in a overpriced market so long as it is not overvalued? Now, difference between overvalued and overpriced is very difficult to define. As much as you will see a lot of euphoria when the market is overvalued. For instance, in 2024, lots of stocks seemed overvalued, especially the railways, defense, but they seemed overpriced in the early part of 2024, but they became highly overvalued when around June, July of 2024, and the market crashed, and then at least those sectors crashed significantly after October 2024. If we have still not reached anywhere close to those highs. So it's a very tricky situation as to whether markets overpriced, overvalued, should we get in, should we not get in. So we have our own metrics, and we believe that resources, natural resources this year is underpriced, not overpriced. In the P ratio may mean something else. For instance, Hindustan Copper has got a P ratio of 70 plus. On the other hand, you have ONGC a P ratio of some 5.5. Both are natural resources. So it is a question of how you how you look at it as to what the prospects are and what the global prospects are, because these are global facing commodities. It's not just limited to India. Oil is required globally, copper is required globally, silver is required globally, and anyway, silver and gold you don't have a P ratio. So it is very tricky, but we are focused on natural resources this year because we believe that they are underpriced, not even adequately priced, even at these levels, which look elevated if you look at a P ratio in terms of, say, for Hindustan Copper. So that is what is the main message today. So let's come back to what happened yesterday. Yesterday, markets opened higher and then they could not sustain. Nifty made an all-time high and then it collapsed. And same thing with Bank Nifty. If you look at the advance declines outnumbered advances 3:2. The main reason why Nifty fell was because of Reliance, which fell 4% because of some confusion as far as the Bloomberg report came. Bloomberg said some ships are coming from Venezuela to Jamnagar on Monday. Reliance went up. Yesterday, Reliance denied it, so it came down. So a big move of 4% is, it'll shake the market, which it shook, for instance. However, the Bank Nifty also was affected because of HDFC Bank, which also fell significantly. In fact, it had fallen 6% in the ADR. In fact, it is weaker yesterday also in the ADR. But ICICI Bank and other banks managed to hold Bank Nifty into positive. So today, the tussle will again begin. So we have bought for swing trading some Reliance yesterday, thinking that it is overdone. And, leading up to the budget, there most likely should be a pre-budget rally, and I think Reliance will be one which will participate because it is the second highest weighted stock in the Nifty. So Sensex fell, Bank Nifty, as I just mentioned. Trent was the top Nifty loser because results came, but not that great as far as the market is concerned. Surprise was Kotak Bank, which came up with a reasonably healthy growth in quarter two, but still the Kotak Bank got sold right from minute one. Metal stocks remained in focus. You had Nalco, Hindalco, and all doing well. The other stocks were flat. Gold and silver were strong, and overnight also they're very strong. So we should have a strong opening as far as gold and silver ETFs are concerned. IEX, which was our favorite at one point of time, lot of volatility. I'm thinking of getting into IEX, but I have not yet. We are not yet bought into. We've had because of the controversy. We just gave up. Now the controversy, I think, will come to an end on Friday because the Supreme Court has particularly not Supreme Court, sorry, the court has decided that tribunal, I think it is, which has decided to take a call on Friday. Swiggy and Eternal has closed in the red because the best part of the season is over. The new year is when they get their maximum revenue. So I would have assumed that people would have bought on rumor and sold on news. Rupee continues to be weak. Yesterday was about 90.16. So that is a bugbear. But FIIs have stopped selling completely in terms of, they're not started buying any significant quantity. Yesterday they sold 108 crores. DIs bought 1,749 crores. About 1,640 crores was sold by the third force. I've been mentioning the third force is going to be like the boiling frog. I think they'll get boiled in the next few weeks. And then, people will become manic bullish. And then probably we will see a significant top in the Indian market. Right now, we are bullish because we believe that things will look up in the next 3 to 4 weeks. We are not doing as well because people consider Indian markets pricey, but other global markets are also pricey. If you look at if Japan, for instance, is in trouble, but the equity market keeps on going up there. US market now, Nasdaq is the underperformer there. The broader market has started to perform. S&P made an all-time high yesterday. Dow Jones made an all-time high yesterday. DAX is in recession, but yet it is one of the biggest, one of the top performing markets in Europe. FTSE is doing well. So all of them, their fundamentals are poorer than India, but yet there is a lot of liquidity flowing there. Oil came down because Trump has now confiscated some 20 to 30 billion dollars of oil from Venezuela, and he's saying I'll sell it on the open market at market prices. So there is a depression in oil, but overall I feel oil is unlikely to fall below 55 as far as Brent is concerned, and 50 as far as the WTI is concerned. Currently, WTI trades at 56, and Brent is trading at 60. So copper was the star yesterday as far as metals are concerned. So copper made an all-time high again there. Coming back to India and coming back to stocks, Biocon has launching 3 affordable cancer drug versions. So that should be in focus. Acme Solar Holdings also has successfully commissioned an additional 12 megawatt wind power capacity in Surendranagar, Gujarat. So that should be in focus. M&M has launched a new variant of XUV. So that should also be in focus on the positive side. Godrej Consumer Products has reported, they are expecting good demand so this quarter. So that should also augur well for the FMCG stocks. Titan and Senco Gold came up with their results, and their Titan has showed a 40% year-on-year growth, and Senco Gold has shown a 51% year-on-year growth in the quarter three. So they are continuing to do well because gold and silver prices are rising. Other precious metals also rising. So it's a knock-on effect on gold and silver companies. IRB Infrastructure also has got a big order of 3,887 crores. So that should also augur well for the company. And in the negatives, we have the lock-in period ending for Equus, Meesho, Vidya Wires, and Tata Capital recent IPOs. If you observe all the IPOs which have come in the last 3 months, they're quoting significantly below the opening price. Some of them may still be higher than the IPO price, but most of them, almost all of them are quoting significantly below the opening price or opening highs, you could say, not opening price as much. And so this game will continue like this unless the IPO rush stops. We are not going to see this market going up significantly. I am expecting bullish trend, but that doesn't mean I'm expecting a blowout rally. I am thinking we are in the last leg of this rally, but it may continue for another couple of months also. One is never sure about the timing, never sure about the pricing. Remember that we are above 5 year average. We are still not away from highly overvalued, say above 25, 26. Incidentally, in 2024, in September of 2024, the Nifty PE was around 24. So we're still below that. Once it crosses, if it crosses 24, then we should get worried. We are at 22.8, about 5 to 7% lower. So once it, let's say if it by chance goes up 10% from here, I will get definitely very, very concerned on the overall health of the market. So today the Gift Nifty is talking of a downward gap of about 74 points. We yesterday also bought. We struggled because we are only on long side. We are hardly on the short side. So today also we are planning to be on the long side. Our scripts are very focused, but we are fully invested as far as the investment portfolio is concerned, and 80% of it is more than 70% of it is in natural resources. And we have some private sector banks, public sector banks, and some miscellaneous stocks, which we think have got a lot of potential in there. Even if you take next 3 months or next 3 years, there is a lot of potential in that. Biocon is, for instance, on example. So whatever you do, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.